Shomo to Gawar get Themba.
Yes.
Themba Makamo.
Yebo.
Formerly from Caxton.
Ha.
Yeah.
Yo, petama record.
Phethe yonke
I'm
into.
fine.
Ngakutshela nokuthi no Jona nobani office.
Yo.
Awuyangidlalela mina.
Yeah, no. Petama fine.
Bowenzani eCaxton?
Yo, bengintatheli. Yo, that's years ago. Yeah, I was a journalist.
Yeah.
Started there. That's where my career started.
For Caxton Media.
Yeah, for Caxton Media.
Which publications were this?
It was community newspapers.
Yeah.
And yes. I mean, I was based in the East Rand, so I was doing the Boxback Advertiser and the Germiston City News.
Yeah. Writing community news.
Yes. So yeah, hey, I started there.
Yeah. Why journalism?
I'm always somebody. I just was into writing.
Okay.
I loved writing and I loved words.
Yeah.
You know, someone that was into words, and I just got fascinated with what you could do with language.
Yes.
The pictures that you could draw.
Yes.
You know, and at the time I thought, okay, the only way I could have an outlet for this writing thing is either music or journalism. And then I picked journalism as a
yeah, because ucula asikhohlwe.
Hey, ngak-surprise.
What?
Hey, ngak-surprise. But yeah, journalism.
Usho ukuthi ungayikhipha inamba manje.
Hey, yeah.
Hayi lezi sicule esontweni. Angithi uyazi ukhipha nje one line from there you get a backup so
yeah,
sharp.
Esontweni futhi bayakuvala ngisho.
Yeah.
So I jump easy. I jump easy voice.
But now the love for words, that's new. And it I wonder how it's going to connect to you running a sneaker business. Maybe somewhere along the lines it will.
Yes.
But tell me, where did that come from? I mean, what sparked it?
Okay, when I was growing up, I used to read a lot, and I would read newspapers. I was really like a fan of Themba columns.
Okay.
And I'd read a lot of columns, and I started realizing that, you know, just reading a column, you just gain so much knowledge about what things are happening in
and
the country.
different views,
yeah,
and opinions,
yeah. and through those columns, I started seeing a new world, and you know, I thought, you know, you can just be exposed to a whole lot of things just through writing, and it just broadened my outlook of the world.
Yeah,
and I just fell in love with it. And at the time, I used to read the Sunday Times. Half the time, I didn't understand.
Of course,
because the Sunday Times.
Yeah.
So every time I would just underline every word and then go to the dictionary.
And and sometimes the dictionary throws you off. You're like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Because it gives you another meaning and you're trying to fit it in.
Exactly.
But it's a play on the word. Somebody's just playing on the word and using it differently. That's how. And then I got fascinated with, so this language is rich and you could do so much through, you know, the word. And that's when I just fell in love with it. And I started exploring, you know, like writing letters to a Sowetan.
When I was in the little sharp composition,
yeah, everyone would say, hey, siyazum Timbani. Even when it came to time when we had to read the book.
Okay.
I still Themba ifunde. No, ayisilungu.
Hayi wena.
The pronunciation uyayazi.
So
at the time, I really was that guy.
Yeah.
You know,
which school was this?
Mponseng Secondary School, Katlehong.
Osoko East?
Yes.
No wonder ulisihle me man. Katlehong guy me out.
Komgadi.
Yeah.
Komgadi section, yeah.
Chisa.
Yeah.
Are you kinga runtwana ya gogo so?
Nix.
Are you mom, dad?
My mom passed on when I was young. I was very young.
No.
So I was raised by my dad. But there was a time when I was with umakoko. There was a time and I.
Manje how to know?
Because it was. Yeah. It was very brief. It was 2 years. When Ekatlehong violence around 93, 94, we had to relocate to Mpumalanga, and So we had to stay with ugogo. Because at the time, Tina, we were just caught up in the middle of the whole violence thing because we were next to the hostels.
Yes.
So it was rough there. And then we moved. So I got to spend those 2 years with ugogo, and then we came back again.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, still Lapekai. So, what is this? Zulu? Swati.
Yeah.
Umswati also.
Unjalo
Umswati phela bo yellow bone.
Ayla amaswati lawo awama yellow bone ay akusiyiwo.
Hayi wena no protection
ngiyazi cause moya eMpumalanga mangabe ubuye emalelane la ngibuya khona. Ilanga lalapha.
Hayi wena.
Hey.
Ilele likhipha amashuba.
Hayi lelayi. Siyakumangalela ukuthi wena waba mhlophe.
Wenze njani?
Ubohlala endlini. And ngeke uhlala endlini, that's the thing.
Exactly.
Ngeke uhlala endlini.
Exactly.
It's very hot that side. So, mina when I was growing up, when I used to visit Tumagogo, there was a time, even this thing is unheard of now, bekshisa to a point ukuthi kulalwe ngaphandle.
Yes. Yeah.
Kudlalwe ngaphandle like it's
mari mosquito leso sikhathi.
Yeah, mosquito. Yeah. So it's very hot that side. So his skin sakhona si reflector lendawo.
And now, Katlehong, you finish your high schooling, right?
Yes.
Are you going somewhere? Did you study further?
Yeah, I went to a Benham college,
right.
did journalism, and later on I went to Tshwane, still did journalism, and then I started as a journalist there.
Where? Tshwane University of Technology?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one? Which campus?
Because I was corresponding, man. So I wasn't doing the campus.
The campus. Okay, so that would be the main one in Pretoria, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, fascinating, right? We'll come to the story some sneakers right now. So, why changes Gaya Tupac? Because I feel there's a story there.
Okay, Tupac was one of the first artists that I encountered who was telling a story that was similar to our story, growing up Ekasi. And I thought, at the time we were listening to R&B and, I grew up on R&B and soul music.
Yeah.
But when Tupac came, at that time, it was
so many tears and Dear Mama and
the struggles that he went through. I could relate to a
Bob
lot of the
stuff.
Yeah, we are press. Bob. Nkumbula, I used to listen to Wilson Pinko Sepsugu. He would play only just one song, Tupac.
Yeah.
Just otherwise it was soul music. And I would wait for that because remember there was no streaming.
Yes.
No, you couldn't find music. You had to wait for the song.
Thank you.
Sometimes 3 hours later, I can't get
Maribeke kahle umile nge-TDK.
Yeah, umile. Yeah.
Ufuna ukurecorda
straight. Ubeka izandla lapha. Kunama button ayi2. Umekela ama button ayi2. Makangamuthi nje uTupac ngiyalahlela. So that's how, I got into him. And whenever I listened to him, I thought he gave us like a new, perspective in terms of the world and what was happening. So he changes. It's speaking about, a whole lot of issues that are happening in the ghetto, in the world. And it was the first time I hear music at that level where it speaks to the issues that are happening.
Grassroots.
Yes.
Grassroots
and
issues.
I related to it and I was like, okay, because I came from that violence era where, in Katlehong, and it just made sense with somebody could speak for us, who were in those conditions and be a world, powerful voice.
If you don't know who I'm talking to, go to VAYA, VAYA for it, .co.za, right?
Yes.
That is VAYA, VAYA, for the number and it. And this is the man behind the sneaker, VAYA. And he says, go for it. Now, introduce the next song. Sanko Mota?
Hey, when Africa. Okay, the song.
What? Nana ka re kereke tlo joina and papa a cappella solo hale udutsi haye
tsamayo loi batlela sabu.
Go for it.
Go for it.
Go for it.
That's the whole thing.
Oh man,
when I heard the song when I was young, it was that thing, you are not where you began. You know, you can change your story. And, you know, a lot of things were pointing towards hopelessness, you know, growing up in the townships. And when I heard the song, and it was like a command that says, stand up and do it for yourself, you know, stand up. And it just resonated. That message just gave me hope. And that's why the song just meant so much. And plus the composition is beautiful.
I mean, really.
Hello, I'm Themba Makamo, the founder of VAYA Footwear, and I'm sipping the best tea in the city with Tbose. VAYA, go for it. On the street, on the air.
Indeed. Have you met Nelson?
I haven't, but I've spoken to him.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, when we first introduced the sneaker online, he just reached out immediately. He was like, I need a couple of pairs of that sneaker.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, so we just kept on chatting, but we haven't met because I need to, because he moves a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, he travels.
I mean, he's in LA with Jay-Z.
Yeah, no chiga.
So right now he's rocking VAYA in LA.
Yo, that would be.
Yeah, no, what do you mean that would be? Ujalo vele. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, but he's very, very talented, that man. Very, very talented.
So when are you getting yourself a Makamo on the wall?
Yeah, hopefully very soon. I would love to have one. Yeah.
No, it's a must-have.
Yeah, I know it.
No. It's a must-have.
It's a must-have.
If you're proudly South African, you got to have
Yes.
a Makamo on the wall.
Yes.
So let me tell you, the other day I posted on Insta.
Okay.
I said, here's my wish list for month end. I get on to budget.
Yes.
Yeah. So put VAYA sneakers there. All 3 colors. Black, white, and yellow. And I'm like, you know what? Since Themba is coming in, I must get myself a pair. There's nothing like I feel as an entrepreneur when you see somebody rocking your product.
Yes.
It just, I think it gives you something, gives you even a boost, right?
Yes.
I tell this friend of mine about this thing. He's like, I even know where to go and get them. Should I get them for you? I'm like, Ntwana, ta. Muta boy Sanza. He gets there, he gets all 3 colors. And I was aiming for white, for yellow.
Yes.
He gets all 3. Like Bamba. And then from there, he drops them off here and then he disappears. He didn't answer my call the whole day. And then akaphendula khana phendula SMS manje on some sure umuhle. No, don't worry, it's a game we play. Ngizomthola une size 13 nge unayo. All right, okay, no ngizomthola thula wena uthi do. Nyeza sanza nyeza. Ngiyabonga boy. But let's talk about that. You are in a market led by 2 locally made sneakers.
Yes.
Batu, Drip. Here you're coming in with VAYA. Aren't you worried that you are getting into an industry that already has leaders?
No, not at all. I'll explain it from my perspective.
Yes.
When I was growing up, there would be a Nike that I wanted.
Thank you.
And then there would be an Adidas that I wanted. And then there would be a Reebok or a Puma. And at the time I knew that, you know, I wasn't loyal to one brand. I was really into whatever sneaker it was that company produced, whether it's a Converse or whatever.
Yeah.
So when I looked at it and I said, you know, with the market the way it's going, we have to present all of those alternatives those multinationals used to present to us.
Thank you.
So we have to have those. So if it's only just Batu and Drip and then that's it. If you've bought them, that means you have to chill now and wait. So let's introduce the third one, which is VAYA. Hopefully it will be the first one day.
Yes.
But anyway,
yes.
So I looked at it from that perspective. The market, there's an opportunity for another sneaker because people are not loyal to just one brand. If I see another sneaker that's
and they
nice
shouldn't be.
Like, yeah.
And they shouldn't be.
So
we like choice.
Yes.
Right?
So that choice, to present that choice, that was the whole thinking behind it as well.
How did you then differentiate yourself from the 2?
Okay, that song we just played right now.
Yeah.
I said it resonates with me and the type of person that I am.
Okay.
So I'm the type of person that I love to see other people succeed, and I put in a lot of effort into helping someone else, you know, build themselves.
Sure.
So even with the writing, the reason I left writing was because I felt that I wasn't making a difference anymore. No knock to the people that had employed me, because I used to work for a magazine.
Yes.
And when they moved us to a point where we were writing more like celebrity stories in terms of rumors and all of that, and I felt, you know what, I'm not making a difference.
Yeah.
And this is not what I, encountered when I was reading those columns.
Sure.
Those columns used to make a difference in someone else's life. It made a difference to me.
Yeah.
So that's how I left writing. So when I got into sneakers, I felt that I want to come in and be that guy that present a product that not only looks good on you, but it reminds you that you can go for whatever dreams that you have.
Oh, yeah.
So that's how VAYA came about. It was that thing of how can I use a product? I can use words, but words are limited to the people that I'm exposed to.
Yes.
But with these shoes, I'll be able to reach a wider audience.
It's a culture.
And it's something that you wear every day. And if I can get a reminder every day of reminding me of my dream, it's a bonus. So that's when it connected that I'm going to present this option, this third one, this one that reminds you of your dreams, this one that encourages you to go for it.
Let's go now into the manufacturing.
Yes.
Where?
The manufacturing, it's been a journey. Okay, firstly, when you get into it, you realize that this is an expensive exercise.
Yep.
It's not something that you just wake up in the morning and then it comes together.
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot of processes that go through for you to get your sneaker out there. Firstly, the design process is very expensive. You have to do samples and the samples come back and there's problems and there's all of that. But eventually what you realize very quickly is that the industry is dominated by multinationals.
Yes.
And it's very tough to set up your own factory. So the best way to do it is if you get a manufacturing partner.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. And so from the beginning, we said if we could get somebody that could believe in us and give us an opportunity, we'll be able to produce, quality. And that's how the whole process started. We started getting we went to different companies before and it was tough. They would reject you. South African. And South African becomes way more tougher because it has to be justifiable for them to do it. You cannot
in terms of numbers.
You can't come in and say, I'm starting something new and I'm going to make 5 pairs or 20 pairs. They need like numbers. So you get those rejection letters. But eventually we found a loophole. I could say a loophole. And it's because of the era that we're in, social media, where you can launch a product before you even have the product. So that's where...
Tactical.
Yeah, that's where the game changed for us because we could launch the product and create demand for it. And when you have demand, you could prove to somebody, look, I've got pre-orders now. It's not just people want it, but people have paid for it and they want the thing. So really, if you take us on, we are able to launch and run.
Obviously, the first batch that comes out has problems.
Yes.
How did you deal with that?
Yeah, the first batch it had problems, but from the onset, I have so many people that I work with that came in, and I'm so grateful, to God because I feel like it's all grace because there's people that came in and added so much value. There's a guy I work with, Utabang, there's Ujabu, there's Utolane who's here. Those people from the beginning, we said, you know what, whatever problems that we encounter, what will be the defining thing for us is communication. We should be able to communicate to our clients. If our client says, the shoe is giving me these kind of issues, we should be able to communicate very quickly and respond to whatever challenge that we come against. So, but when the shoe came back and there were issues there and there, firstly, our shoe, for those that don't know, it also glows in the dark.
Yes.
Yeah. So the different rubbers that we use for the glows, you'd find one rubber is glowing and the other one is not glowing.
Yeah.
So we had to deal with those.
Hey, if you don't know, what VAYA? You want to walk into a dark room.
Yeah. And
it.
I didn't see that one.
So I can see the shoe glow.
Hey.
We tried that, no Thomas. There's a lot of light in here. It doesn't let us shine, man.
Yeah. So so you had those challenges in the beginning. You'd have one, hey man, you light one side, I lighting up. So we would have to sort that out, exchange, and do those things. But what kept us going, and what I realized, it's something that helped us in the beginning, is that we were very open, with our clients. Good. And we communicate.
And that feedback is important, isn't it?
Very, very important. Very, very important.
We'll talk about distribution now. And by distribution, I'm talking about where the shoe is and how people can access the shoe. Talking about today. Now, there are 2 songs here.
Yeah.
That you have chosen. And I must only play one because of time.
Okay.
Mbongeni or Hugh? Which one?
Sure.
I know.
Sure.
Choose one, Baba.
Okay, I'll choose the Mbongeni one, ne?
Yeah.
Because lo sisenghlekisana naye.
Hayibo.
Yeah, lo sisesihlekazi. We like to laugh.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, no good. Ubuyaphi. Qale lapho ubuyaphi.
Ubuye kahle naye.
Yeah, ubuye kahle.
Yeah,
we pene plus. Okay. And then Mswati Mzulu what?
Umzulu.
Yeah, pene plus.
So yena lengoma le yamchama kakhulu. Emchama blind Mbongeni nje lana
yini ufohlo.
Yeah, mangabe ngazi ngifuna ukumjabulisa nje ngimchame lahlelela la.
Asimbize ngegama. Angeke bakuthathele mfana. Phela umbiza la, umbiza kwenye indawo.
Yeah, I think it's tied ulindiwe.
Hey Malindis, when the president speaks about the future of this country and the economy, and the answer to unemployment is with entrepreneurs, I get it. You should see the numbers of what you guys are doing in terms of employing, especially our youth. And this is our way, as Kaya saying, we need to, if anything, amplify your message so that people know and support. Okay, so we have a big announcement, by the way, today with VAYA. So it's coming up just before the top of the hour. But here's the most important part. And I'm glad, like I said, sometimes we need to educate ourselves, even with things that seem obvious, right? Because I have found that as South Africans, we are too negative towards each other. And it could be our socialization. Right? I remember seeing a tweet by Queen Miss Mabs when you launched.
Yeah.
And she even now admits that she was the first to rubbish the idea. Yahori, come on, another sneaker? And now that you've explained the whole Reebok Nike thing, she's like, yeah. She says it now, it's like, I get the perspective now.
Yes.
All right? I remember seeing that and I was like, let me not jump on it. Because sometimes we jump on it and it becomes fire unnecessarily. And I thought, a day will come, and I'm glad that day has come today, that now she understands that there's enough for all of us.
Yes.
There's enough for
all of us.
All of us. She can start a sneaker business tomorrow.
Yes.
We'll still support it. Okay, now, where do we find your shoe? Because that was the biggest issue.
Yes.
Where is VAYA?
Yes. Right now, you can find it online. We have a website. Actually, you can find it online, and we have a distribution center. We just opened a distribution center recently. Okay. Where we store, it's our storage, and we keep the sneakers there. There's security, so.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
So anyway, now you can find it on VAYA for it.co.za. You can order there, do the whole process, or you can WhatsApp us on 082-798-5020.
Okay.
082-798-5020. You can order via WhatsApp, and you can go on our socials as well, on social media, and speak to us. And then you can also come to the distribution center in Al Road.
Do you deliver?
We also deliver countrywide. For Gauteng, the deliveries are free, and then if you're outside of Gauteng, we charge 150. But we've partnered with a courier company, so we deliver everywhere.
Wonderful. What are the challenges there? Because that's another entrepreneurial story that we never talk about. You've made the product. There's demand.
Yeah.
And then
then there's this distribution. There's so many challenges, especially with the market that we're going in. Online sales is still new. Even the whole WhatsApp store thing is very new to our people. So you first have to overcome that hurdle of people being skeptical of buying online. Because to start, when you're starting out, it's very tough to have a store. Just start up with the store.
Of course. And I mean, the cost
is huge. So the first hurdle you overcome is to build that trust that people should, trust you and say if they give you their money, because it's not let's give you a product first and then we get your money later. It's the other way around. So that's the first challenge that we had to, overcome. Then, when we were starting out, it was small orders, so we had to do the deliveries ourselves. And that also was a challenge, because that means you have to commit cars and you have to move around. You find somebody ordering, the one order is in Pretoria, in Hammanskraal, the other order is in the Vaal, and it's just 2 sneakers. And you have to put in
that effort.
You end up spending,
which costs money as well, and time.
You spend the money that they bought the sneaker with, so it costs time. And so there was a lot of challenges, but along the way we started figuring things out that we'd rather do Gauteng alone, because I remember in the beginning we even delivered in Limpopo at one point, because there's a village there in Limpopo, I mustn't call it a village, Khamashashane, where one of our brand manager comes from. Like that whole village, I'm sure if you go there, everyone you meet on the street is wearing a VAYA, because we had to just go to Khamashashane and deliver like 20 pairs.
Wow.
And the people supported us there, and we really loved them so much. So we had to do it ourselves. We had to go all over, and we realized it was costing us a lot of money. And let's partner with a courier company and also do our own deliveries locally.
How much of a conversation are you having with your fellow sneaker brands?
At the moment, because I think, with competition and all that, there's a lot of trade secrets. Everybody's keeping their own trade secrets. So it's not easy for somebody. Even
those brothers, Nike and Adidas, or is it Adidas and Puma?
Adidas and Puma.
And they're not talking to each other. Okay.
So it's that thing of, everyone's got their own trade secrets, and
But now who's advising you? Who do you go to bounce off ideas? Who do you go to double check if you're doing things right, or just to get an advice or two? I mean, who's that person or that institution? We live in such a great era in terms of the internet. With the internet, there's so much that you can find. Just YouTube, even the social media. With social media, if there's a YouTube ambassador,
I actually started on YouTube, just going through the videos of other people that started sneaker brands, some that have failed, some that have succeeded. And I was picking up, that was the mistake. So you would find a lot of valuable information from there. So I watched a lot of those workshops, those 20 minutes videos, and you sit there and somebody explains it from onset. This is how I started. They might be in the States, but the story is still the same, I realized, so this is what you come across, and these are the challenges. So before even getting into it, I was ready for some of the challenges that we faced.
Nice. There's a big announcement. You heard it first here.
Yep.
Drum roll. What's happening?
Through the support of our people and, everyone just buying the sneaker, we've reached a position where we could open our first store.
What?
Yep.
What?
We're opening our first store in Newtown Junction Mall on the 1st of November.
Aye, that's next week, Mus.
Yep. So people should come in numbers. They'll be able to touch and feel the sneaker. That's what people have been, crying about, saying we would like to see it in person. It's nice to see pictures online, but now we are presenting this experience where you could now feel it, fit it and see how it feels and all of that. So it's such a big moment for us.
Newtown Junction, the 1st of November, VAYA. For it, the store will be opened.
Yep.
Mnaga.
Yebo mnagethu.
Well done.
Thank you.
For being brave, for going into uncharted territories, but driven by one thing and one thing only. How do you inspire?
Yes.
Like you were inspired by columns in the newspaper. We salute you.
Thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep shining.